After playing 7 of their first 8 on the road, the boys basketball team finally got to play in front of the home crowd, and the Raiders did not disappoint. Jumping out to an early 14-7 lead in the opening quarter as Andy Kaplan dishes out an assist to Jack Wellesley and then drains buckets for a solid 8 of those first 14. Jake Moen would then nail the 3 to close out a pretty solid first quarter played here by Wellesley as they hold a 17-8 lead. In the second, you can't say it's a lack of effort by the Mustangs as they continue to stare down a double-digit deficit. Nathaniel Fonseca Castro diving for a loose ball and Captain Chris Bell driving to the basket for 2, but Norwood is still down 33-15, with Jeff Gilbert having a fantastic quarter behind 9 points in solid D. Chris Bell would then sink back-to-back jumpers, but this game is already running away from Norwood, and we have a halftime score of Raiders 38, Mustangs 19. Third quarter, Wellesley keeps rolling, pouring it on offensively as their defense helps give them even more scoring chances. And try-captain Andy Kaplan definitely takes advantage of this. On this fast break, making the basket, taking the hard foul, and one. And Kaplan already has a game-high 18 points in the first half alone, and Wellesley's lead has now gone to 44-22. Down 47-22, Mustangs find a way to still stick around here, putting together a gritty 10-0 run in the third. Again by solid play from their co-captain Chris Bell, and suddenly it's 47-32. But that's as close as Norwood would get though, as Miles Cole's shot from downtown makes it 53-34 with just under 4 minutes to go in the game. And behind Andy Kaplan's 22 team-high points, Raiders cruise to a 57-38 victory over Norwood. Wellesley's 19-point win puts them to 5-3 on their season. Well, boys hockey would have another Monday afternoon non-conference matchup, this time facing off against the King Phillip Warriors. Literally just 10 seconds in, the rink goes quiet after Warriors rush the net. Paul Lyons falls forward into Jack Maxwell's head. Just an awkward hit to take for Maxwell as he's looking down on the play. Thankfully, he's just dazed for a few seconds though. Maxwell stays in the game, and it's a huge sigh of relief for Wellesley. So we're still here in the opening period. Maxwell makes 2 great pad saves. The puck goes out to Matt Smith and the shot goes in. But the goal is waved off as is ruled Nick Connor was in the crease, so no score, and Warriors coach is not happy. Second period, goalie Evan Reams, pretty solid so far between the pipes, is just under attack here in this period. And so on the Wellesley power play, Carter Huff feeds it to Connor Morton. Morton back passes it to Peter Haru, whose wrist shot deflects up and over Reams, and the Raiders officially go on top 1-0. Minutes later, confusion by King Phillip as to who wants to clear the puck behind their own net. Corey Lombardo misses the puck at the boards. Matt Kerrigan sticks the puck free, bounces over to Connor Morton, and Morton point-blank 5-holes it in, and Wellesley quickly leads 2-0. Raiders put the game away here with their third goal of the period. Kevin Ward from the blue line, the puck takes off and just misses Matt Kerrigan's skates and finds the net. For Warriors, it's a frustrating game as their lone goal was waved off in the first, and now down by 3 goals, trying to mount a comeback against Jack Maxwell in net is nearly impossible. King Phillip remains scoreless the rest of the way as Raiders earn their 3rd shutout victory in a row, skating to a 3-0 final over the Warriors, remaining unbeaten at 8-0-1. Coming off a road loss at Norwood, Raiders girls basketball looked to quickly rebound after only their 2nd loss of the season. And on Tuesday night, Wellesley would face a very familiar divisional opponent, the Milton Wildcats. To start the first, Raiders attacked the perimeter when Caroline Sullivan, top of the key, buries the jumper, and Lexi Jones nails a 3 to put Wellesley up 7-0. But a baseline jumper and fast break layup and one by Milton's Joanna Needham makes it 7-5 Raiders. Fast forward to the second, co-captain Catherine McNamara drains a rare 3 to give Raiders a 13-8 lead. But Lucy Crawford banks a 3 of her own off glass, and Sydney Turner takes it in all by herself on a Wildcats fast break, and it's tied up at 13. Lexi Jones' 5 points would help spark a 7-2 run to bring Wellesley into halftime, now up 20-15. Without question, the rim is just not anybody's friend this game, as both teams consistently struggle offensively here in the second half. And so we start the 4th and final quarter, Raiders still with the lead at 25-19. It may be a low-scoring game, but that doesn't stop Wellesley from working even harder, continuing to hustle. And that effort earns them the clutch points they need to help keep this Raider lead. Dorian Cohen at 6 feet, not afraid to launch a long 2, and is clutch on the perimeter. Co-captain Lexi Jones drains yet another one from downtown, pushing their 6-point lead to 30-19, forcing Milton to call a timeout. Wildcats stick around though and start to come back, getting a 3 by Sarah McMenamin to fall, and full court pressure by Milton leads to clutch points off Raiders turnovers. After the steal, Sidney Turner lays it in for 2 more, and now it's only 30-24. With under 2 minutes to go, Milton is forced to keep following though, and Raiders earn the rest of their points at the charity line, now in double bonus. Wildcats aren't ready to go away just yet though, after a Sarah McMenamin layup and 2 more by Joanna Needham, and it's still a 6-point Raider lead at 37-31. But the seconds would finally tick away, and Wellesley outlasts Milton's fourth quarter comeback try. Though it may not have been Wellesley at their best, a win is a win, and Raiders' hustle earns them a 38-31 final score over the Wildcats, as Raiders improve to 7-2, 5-2 in the Bay State Conference. Boston Globe's game of the week is right here at Babson for girls hockey, who would also be facing Milton on Wednesday. After beating Wildcats 3 times just a season ago, boasting a 7-2 record, it's clear this is not the same Milton team. This game will be a fight for the top spot in the Herget as well, with Wellesley's stellar season standing in at 6-0-1. So the battle starts here in the first. Midway through the period, Kylie Noonan with the puck. The wrist shot gets blocked by Sarah Park, but the rebound is just sitting outside the crease, and Noonan stays with it, stuffs the putback in, and Raiders jump out on top first, 1-0. Not even a minute later, Wildcat Siobhan Murtaugh launches it top shelf into the net. Megan King is downright frustrated, and should be, as the Milton player was clearly in the crease for that shot, and as a result interfered with King, as she was not able to defend or make a stick block on that shot. The refs unfortunately missed the call, and we're tied up at 1 apiece. Still here in the opening period, 2-on-1 fast break comes here for Wellesley. Kaylee Donnelly keeps it herself, fires and 5-holes it in to put Wellesley back up by 1. And we go into the second, Raiders up 2-1. Milton answers back though in the second period as Siobhan Murtaugh with the initial try. The puck's loose in the crease, and Mackenzie Stanley snares the putback goal. And here we are tied up yet again, knotted up at 2. Always ready to face down adversity as a team, the Raiders get a great chance here. Kylie Noonan attacking the net yet again, gets her shot deflected, but Noonan skates around the net and flings it right past goalie Sarah Park. Raiders retake the lead 3-2. Just under a minute passes, and Milton though finds the answer yet again. Fast break here, Kat Buchanan's centering pass goes perfectly to Elena Kapelis, and that bang-bang play ties the game up for the 3rd time. 3-3 is the score as we go into the 3rd. And it's a tense final period, as the next goal here could stand as the game winner for either side. And it's Wildcats' Julia Scannell who scores the dagger here. And Scannell's go-ahead goal here makes it 4-3 as Milton takes the lead for the first time in the game. With 12 minutes to go, though, there's still plenty of time for Wellesley. But goalie Sarah Park is just outstanding for Milton when it counts, as Cecily Doctor, who was contained all game by Milton's double-teaming defense, is finally able to rip some quality shots on net. And after multiple times throughout the game where Milton has escaped with non-called tripping penalties, finally, with 2:30 left in the game, Cecily Doctor gets tripped yet again. And for the first time all game, Wellesley goes on a power play. So here we go. Kaylee Donnelly's wrist shot rebounds in the crease, but Kylie Noonan can't quite get her stick on it. Puck shoots out again. Donnelly's retry deflects off a Wildcat skate. Puck is still loose. Kaylee Korskaten takes it around the back of the net, back to Cecily Doctor, and Doctor's shot is also deflected. Craziness around the net, to be sure, as Milton somehow escapes that. So now, with only 16 seconds left in the game, Sarah Goss rears back one of her classic slap shots, but Park somehow gloves it for the clutch save. And so time runs out as Milton gets their revenge, and with the 4-3 victory, for now, Wildcats own the top spot in the Herget. Extremely tough loss for Wellesley to take, as that Milton goal that was not waved off comes back to haunt them, as a 4-3 loss could have been a 3-3 tie. But there's still plenty of hockey left to be played here, and this resilient team will put this loss quickly behind them, as their focus in this season remains to be one game at a time. Well, that does it for Raiders Sports Report. Thanks for watching. Check back next week for another episode. As always, catch up on all Raiders sports on demand at wellesleymedia.org, our YouTube channel, and right here on Comcast 9 and Verizon 39.